Our coverage of the World Economic Forum continues in Davos now, with Phil focusing on the BRICS countries.
Welcome back to Biz Asia America and our coverage of the World Economic Forum here in Davos, Switzerland. We now turn our attention to the BRICS countries, which are now at an economic crossroads. Formed in 2006, the union between Brazil, Russia, India, and China officially became the BRICS countries. In 2010, South Africa was added. That year, those countries experienced tremendous growth. India grew at more than 10%, China had double-digit growth, and Brazil's economy expanded at more than 7%. But the economy in Brazil and the social situation there may be hitting a bumpy stretch. Growth in 2012 was less than 1%. And in 2013, protesters crowded onto the Brazilian streets, the anger directed at the government over its spending habits. Of all of the BRIC countries, Brazil may very well take center stage over the next 12 months. In a few months in June, the attention will turn to the 12 Brazilian cities in the 2014 World Cup. After that event, the leaders of the 5 countries in the BRICS will gather in Brazil for the 2014 BRICS Summit starting in July. Finally, in October, current President Dilma Rousseff will be up for re-election, where she is expected to face stiff competition. The slowdown in the Brazilian economy has also hurt its ethanol industry. Stephen Gibbs has more.
It was supposed to be the big, bright, green hope for this country. A renewable fuel made from sugarcane, which Brazil, with its massive land resources, could produce in near unlimited quantities. By the mid-2000s, after heavy government investment, virtually all cars manufactured in Brazil were flex fuel, meaning they can run on gasoline or biofuel. And almost every gas station in the country sold ethanol. As recently as 2009, optimists were convinced that this was to be the fuel of a very bright future for Brazil.
I don't know if the current production can meet international demand.
But then a series of events happened, which serve as a powerful reminder that the growth path of all countries, though perhaps particularly developing nations, is rarely smooth.
One problem for ethanol is that the last 5 years have seen something of a comeback for oil. Brazil has discovered its own, and US shale gas finds have dampened demand for alternative fuels. And Brazil, keen to keep inflation down, has cut taxes on gasoline, making ethanol far less competitive.
Between 2008 and 2012, 2013, the costs for producing ethanol has increased too. At the same time, Brazilian government decided to maintain the price of gasoline stable at the pump.
The end result has been a marked downturn in the whole ethanol sector. It will no doubt form some part of the world's future energy plans. Here it's being tested as aviation fuel. But, like Brazil, it's yet to take off in quite the way which some once predicted. Stephen Gibbs, CCTV, Rio de Janeiro.